film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular, Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother, Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. Summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What's up, guys? This is Sean from Laughing Studios, and I got Mike here from PixelProtocol, and we're going to take a look at this new figure I got. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 40th Anniversary Ultimate Motherfucking Leatherface.
It's definitely ultimate as shit.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool figure. I've yet to open it yet. I actually got it from ToysRUs.com. You'll see a little...
Of all places to get something like this, Toys R Us.
Yeah. I never thought Toys R Us carried stuff like this, but I actually seen something about it on Facebook, and I was like, well, Toys R Us. So I checked it out, and they were like, free shipping on orders.
You remember with that Jason, they don't even sell stuff like that, and it's like an exclusive to your store.
Yeah.
So.
And I seen it, so I was like, hey, I want to get this, and it was free shipping on orders over 19 bucks. So I was like, okay. Took like a week to get here, but it's pretty cool. I'll show a close-up shot of this in a little while. You open that up, and there's Leatherface right there, and there he is right there too.
Maniac Slasher himself.
It's a nice figure, nice figure. It comes with 2 faces. The one that he has at the beginning of the film, and the one later of their friend or whoever it is that they cut up and make a new face with. It also comes with a chainsaw. It comes with a little like
a meat hammer or something like that.
Like a meat hammer, yeah. The hook, you know, he hooks that girl up with it.
The famous scene where he checks up on
puts her on the hook. There's a hook there. There's a little like pocket knife looking thing, and there's a hatchet. I don't know if you can see all that in there, but we'll show a better shot of it a little bit later here. We'll get a little bit of close-up in depth on it.
Now, I liked all the details they did with it, with the blood and the splatter on the apron and all.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it also is an apron right here that he wears. It's got a little blood splatter on it. It's got the perfect amount of blood for me. It's not too overdone. It looks pretty good. It's a real good paint job on it and everything. I like it. It was only $24.54. Free shipping from Toys R Us. Once again, we'll have the little Toys R Us logo here. We'll also have a link in the description if anybody wants to buy one.
I suggest you get them now before they sell out and go up like double, like they usually do with NECA stuff.
Exactly. Like I wanted the NES Jason, which he has. I mean, not the NES Jason. I'm sorry. The NES Freddy, which he has. He paid like, what'd you pay, like 30 bucks?
23.
Well, 30 bucks
and
for shipping.
Shipping and all, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 30 bucks for shipping. Now it's like $54 plus shipping, so it's like close to 60 bucks now. But I'm still going to try to get it. But yeah, I'd recommend definitely going and picking this up before it gets too expensive. Right now, it's, like I said, $24 and some change at ToysRUs.com. You could also get it on ToyWiz.com. I think it's $22.99 plus shipping, so it'll be right at 30 bucks with shipping. I think shipping's $7 for normal delivery. It takes like a week to get there. Get here from Toys R Us, but it's definitely worth it. And we're going to take a more in-depth look at the figure. We're going to open up the box. We're going to take a look at him. You gotta wait for yours, man. You got way more figures than I do anyway.
Yeah, but it's
He's got like so many figures. He's got signed Batman. He's got like by Adam West. He's got a signed Ash figure.
But I don't have Leatherface.
I know, but Leatherface, it's mine, you know? Actually, there's another way. I might put a link in the description also where you can go to, what is the guy's name?
Gunnar Hansen.
Gunnar Hansen,
yep.
Thank you for that. Gunnar Hansen.
Useless knowledge.
He played the original, guy in the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not the shitty 2003 version, which I like, but this one is the best version. He played the original Leatherface. You can actually go to his website and pay like right around 40 bucks to get
about
him.
Like convention prices. I mean, same just about what you pay at a convention somewhere.
Except you don't get to like meet him face to face or anything. You gotta like send it to him and he sends it back, but it still will be signed.
You get like 8x10s. You get rocks from the actual location that the movie was shot at.
Yeah.
You collect like a bunch of stuff from the property.
So go to his website. There'll be a link in the description. Check out if you want to get one of these and get it signed, You know, you could definitely go check that out. And that's a free plug for you, Gunnar Hansen. So I expect you
sign us something
to sign
like,
this for free for me if you ever see this video, which will never happen.
Sign like a rock and send it to me. Like
But we're going to take a more in-depth look at the figure right now, and we'll be right back in 2 and 2. Alright, here we have the packaging to the outside of it. What do you think about this packaging, Mike?
One thing I always love about the NECA figures is their absolutely beautiful packaging that resembles the movie franchise so well.
Yeah. Here I was trying to open it like multiple times. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this open good. See, there we go.
That's the money shot.
That's the money shot right there. It's pretty cool that how they have the whole movie poster here. I'm trying to get a better shot of this. I really didn't have I didn't really have this planned too much, so there we go. That was the way I wanted it to look, basically, on the video. I ended up not using this footage. I was going to use it for something else, but I decided to use it for a closer-up look at the figure, as you can see right there.
I love the backdrop they have for it, too, like the little leather stitching around him.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty damn cool. It's definitely cool. Alright, now here we have the inside the packaging, which I took out and separated. As we zoom in here, what do you think about that face?
It's the face only a mother could love, apparently.
Damn right.
Speaking of another face, you see another little head there in the corner from like the woman's face he made in his own little mask later on in the movie.
Yeah, right to the right there, yeah.
You can see all the accessories. There's a lot of them for this one, actually.
It really is. It's called the Ultimate Leatherface for a reason. We got the chainsaw right there. You know, you go further up, you have like the little knife, the little blade. I don't know what I'm doing with the camera here, but
Yeah, the shoes.
I'm just trying to look at everything on them, you know.
Nice blood splatter on the apron there.
Definitely. And the thing about the apron, it's actually, I think I mentioned it later on in the video, I'm not sure if I do, but that apron is actually not like plasticky, it's more of a cloth texture to it. So it's actually really pliable and really cool.
You see how the arms are, they made them all dirty and bloody.
Look at that face. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. All the accessories here, the knife.
There's the meat hook.
There's the meat hook and the like
meat hammer.
Yep, you gotta love it. I'm just trying to get the best shots I can out of this. Just looking all over the package, really, giving him a little look-see. I like his little tie. His tie's kind of cheap looking, like kind of plasticky, but it definitely fits.
Oh yeah, they got the little dead look in his eyes, like he's just not even there.
And look at his teeth. Look at how fucked up his teeth is. That's really
they did a really good job with the detail.
Really good detail there. I love the close-up I actually got here. And then there's my feet. You like those shoes? Yeah, those are nice, huh? Okay.
There's a nice backdrop there too, featuring all the little dead animal skulls he's accumulated.
Yep, and this was from, you know, like the hallway where the doorway was, where he'd take people into his lair. They did a pretty good job on that. I really like it. Alright, here's a little slow motion action on Leatherface with that background we were talking about earlier. Look at him, Mike.
You also get to see that nice blood splatter too on his apron.
Yep, definitely get to take a good look at that. This is utilizing the background. Actually looks pretty damn good. It looks pretty impressive considering it's just a cardboard background. Yeah. Leather. Alright, right here we have him posing with his fucking hammer and his knife. I really like the way the hammer looks. What do you think about it, man?
They got a nice little weight to them too. Like, aren't they some kind of like plastic?
Yeah, they're not really rubber. They're more of like a hard plastic to them. So they're better that way, I think. But they're really easy to break. That's the only thing that's kind of rough about them. Actually, the knife in his right hand is more rubbery.
You see, kind of bent a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you think these tools would cost him nowadays at Walmart?
Probably like $25-30, at least for that hammer right there. I'd say.
It's a nice hammer.
Yeah, back then it was probably like 74 cents, but he just had it laying around. So.
Yeah, like family passed it down probably.
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't even notice right there under his armpit, right there, the little tear on his armpit right there. I didn't even notice that before, but it's pretty awesome. I definitely recommend getting this and, you know, making a little love to him if you can. Now right here we have him with his famous cleaver and his meat hook. I really like the cleaver. I think it looks real. Don't you think that looks real,
It
man?
does have a nice little shine to it in certain parts of the light, which you see later in that close-up you did of it. It looks really nice. Now that meat hook, you had trouble getting out of the package, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I had trouble getting out of the package, and then it looked kind of bent, and I figured it was like most, of the accessories they have where, you can bend it back if you wanted to. Well, I tried to bend it back, something happened, but we'll tell you about that a little later. But yeah, I'm going to get in close with this guy.
Nice detail, too, on the little cleaver there, the little curves on it.
It really...
The blood on the hook.
It really does look good, like that cleaver. That's one of my favorite weapons, and I think that most people will like it, too, when they see the detail that they went into on it. And that's a face you just want to fuck.
It's like the face of a best friend there.
Yes. That's actually what my uncle looks like. Alright, this is the main attraction of, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface, the fucking chainsaw.
That's what he's mostly known for, isn't it? Like, that's his tie-in. Like, Jason's got the machete, everybody knows him for. He's got the chainsaw right here.
Yeah, that's his main weapon, although, I like all the weapons that he has pretty much, but the chainsaw is really cool. They did a really good job on it. A lot of nice
detail.
Really good detail. There's only a few little minor things that I don't like about it, but, I haven't been into figure collecting long, so I really don't know how to pose them too well, but I got this posed down pretty good.
You mentioned, like, it was hard to get the rubber grip from the chainsaw in his hand, like...
Yeah. But basically, since I was so new to it, I didn't know really what I was doing, but once I got used to it, it's a really great accessory. It's actually the one I have him posed with, because after all, it is the Texas Chainsaw fucking Massacre. Alright, right here we have all the accessories laid out on the table, and as you see right there, Mike, like I was talking about before, I broke the meat hook, unfortunately.
I remember it was like a little twig, it just went like so quick.
Yeah, because it was a little bit, just looked a little bent to me, so I figured I'd try to fix it, and I fixed it alright. But I like the way these are all laid out. This is a really good shot right here. I'm particularly proud of this shot.
I love the detail on the chainsaw. You see how it's chipped away and got some damage to it.
Yeah, and it's got blood on the underside of it that sprayed off from the blade and stuff. I do like the cleaver.
This little gutting knife has a little like cloth hanging off of it, like.
And if you notice, I didn't notice this on the face before, but its teeth, it's missing some teeth and shit. The knife,
I like a slightly different face a little bit.
Yeah, the knife is my least favorite. It looks cool, but it's got a little like thing on the end of the handle, so it's kind of hard to put in his hand right. My favorite will probably be the chainsaw. My second favorite will probably be the hammer. What's your favorite?
I have to agree with you on those, and I do appreciate the new head sculpt, like the little extra head, but I like the original head he's got on better.
Yeah, I do
best
too.
Look.
I do too. I also like the hatchet too. The hatchet is probably my second favorite instead of the hammer.
But it should have just a little bit of blood to it, just a little bit.
Just a little bit would have been good. But other than that, this is a great set of accessories. It's not called the Ultimate Leatherface for nothing. But be careful with that meat hook. Do not fucking touch it. Just look at it. Alright, this is the figure, taking a little close look at it, what kind of articulation it has. In the head, it's pretty much, you can only go, back and forth. You could turn them all the way around, but I don't really want to do that. It might break the head. Goes back and forth. Really doesn't go up and down much because this is one of the heads. You got the other head right here, which you could, interchange with them. When you do this, be very, very careful when you mess with the head because it will be hard to put on. I know most NECA figures are like that. In his arms, you got where you can move the elbow up and down. You can move it in and out just like that. Very cool. You got the hands, which you turn all the way around. Same on the other thing. This hand right here, it actually popped off when I first got it. I was trying to put the chainsaw on and I popped the hand off, and I thought I broke it at first, but it's got this little wrist thing on there, so just be careful when you're messing with the hands because they could pop off. It moves at the shoulders up and down just like that, and then you could also move them a little bit out like that, so you can give them a wider spread like that. His feet here, the legs really don't move all that lot. It does bend at the, I'll lift up his skirt here. His little, it's not a skirt, but it's an apron. They do bend at the knee. Not a whole lot with the legs going on. The legs can move around pretty much, like that. Pretty good leg movement. This one too. The feet don't really do anything. They move up and down slightly. They do turn though. So that's good. Actually, when you turn it, it feels like bones cracking or something. It's pretty cool. But that's pretty much with the Leatherface. I'm going to show you some of the accessories here up close. I did a, earlier, you may have seen the, I did a shot of the accessories. Here's one of the heads right here. It was the second head you get with a different mask. It's got great detail on it. If you look real close here, you can see all the detail. It's pretty cool head. I haven't put them on yet. It's got a nice little bald spot right there. Pretty cool. Something I want to tell you all about. Here's the hook here. You may be wondering why it's in 2 pieces. I'll stick it in my hand right here. I don't know if you can see that, but let me hold it up here. It's in 2 pieces right now, because it was kind of like bent up a little bit, and I was trying to unbend it, and it actually snapped. So when you get this hook, be careful with it. Do not mess with it. If it looks a little off or a little bent, don't even mess with it. It's not worth messing it up. Which it doesn't really bother me that much, because it's kind of cheap looking anyway. But it's cool that you get something like that with it. Here we have a little knife, a little stabbing knife right here. It's very, very small, so I don't know if you could see that too well, but we'll have a better shot of it, of course, later or earlier on in the video. It's pretty cool. We also have a little hammer, little meat hammer here. Pretty cool. I like the way, it looks pretty simple, but it's pretty good detail on it. Pretty good detail. Next, we have the little hatchet. This is one of my favorite besides the chainsaw, of course. That actually looks pretty damn good. When I had it in his hand, it really looked great. Has a really good look to it. If you stare at it long enough, it starts looking more real. That's pretty cool. And of course, the master of them all, the fucking chainsaw. I do love the chainsaw. It's pretty well done. It even has little chips of paint gone from it on either side, so it looks like it's worn. The only thing I don't like is the bottom right here is kind of flimsy, which it makes it easier to get in and out of his hand. But just be very careful when you're trying to put it in his hand and whatnot. Of course, I haven't had a lot of experience with these NECA figures, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty realistic, and it's pretty sweet. And then I'll talk about each one. I'll grab each one and talk about it.